Cletus McFarland? Cletus McFarland, come out with your hands up. Now. I'm gonna give you to the count of 3 to get your rotten, yellow, no good keister out here.
Dang, this is it?
This is a showdown.
Wow. This is sweet.
Sure is.
Wow, that's not even loud. What'd you say? I didn't hear you.
Kind of hurts my
I
ears.
think it's cool. I love how it's already black and white. Like it's true cop car status. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, that is obnoxious.
All right, we got the exhaust finally done on Uncle Sam here, and it is awesome. So we can open and close the exhaust valve where it's kind of quieter, but it still kind of sounds like a ZL1. And you can actually really hear the cam. So there's a lot of potato going on here. So check this out. You got to ask yourself, are you ready to make some power? So much better. So much better. Love the way this came out. So we kind of cleaned the lights. We thought that they were gonna have to polish them. We didn't really have to. They were just really dirty, and they're still dirty, but they're not as dirty. Kind of put this little line here, kind of made it look a little meaner, the little eyebrow thing. I know it's kind of Ricer-like, but you know, I liked it, so it just looks a little meaner on there. Kind of goes with all the other black. We've got our ported intake manifold on there. We put our belly pan on the bottom, so we've kind of just been, you know, kind of going through that restoration of Sam. He came with a whole bunch of parts that were missing. So the belly pan is an integral part to the aerodynamics and basically the way that the airflow goes through the radiator. So here's the other thing too. I'm a little bit bubbling over with excitement here. So check this out. Here we go. We've got our pulleys ready to go for when we're gonna put the supercharger on. Yep, I said it. We're gonna put the blower on very shortly, but don't think that that is just it, okay? We're gonna be able to test different boost levels. We might even throw a couple other little things in there, but you have to wait and watch. So we'll be able to put the blower on in probably about a week, but all the parts are getting there. So we have our CTS-V balancer that we put on, and we're pretty much ready to get the drive accessories all set up. We've relocated our power steering reservoir. A lot of things are coming together really, really fast. So we're trying to get the wheel and tire combination ironed out, but we do have our 327 Camaro diff in there. It went right in. We got our Camaro headers in there. So check this out. We've got such a ridiculously tight amount of clearance from the header to the steering shaft. Kind of had to bang that in a little bit. You can bend that header a bit and it's not really gonna cost any power. So we did dent that in a little bit. We had to dent it in a little bit more where the oil cooler was. I thought when we bought the headers that would kind of be a relief that was already in there because the Camaro already has the oil cooler, but we did have to kind of clearance it a little bit more. But between the steering shaft and the oil cooler, we did have to dent in the header a bit. I think this thing is going to make a ton more power now that we have a free-flowing exhaust and that the cats are not clogged. We've got a really good muffler system on there. In fact, we actually saved a little bit of weight with that. Our differential change and the ported intake, that's what we're going to dyno next, and we're going to be able to see what the gains are with that. We're going to use the same wheel and tire of what we had, kind of those old Steelies right there, kind of keep it about the same. The differential is going to show probably a little bit less power, but I'm totally okay with that. It is a necessary modification. It's going to better the acceleration there. So absolutely a crucial part of this whole thing so that this thing can 60 foot a little bit better. And when we have the supercharger on there, it's going to be so much better. So we're trying to get all this pieces to kind of mesh together, and it is coming together really nice and smooth. I know what you're thinking. Gut it, race car life. Not going to do it exactly like that. So neighbor over there has 4 Kirkies and it's got a bar, and it is freaking awesome and I absolutely love it. However, this car's a little bit different. So with the padding for the bottom and the back, it adds up to exactly the same weight as what 2 Kirkies would be. And then you lose a little bit of your comfort and street manners and so forth, but I would like to be able to sit 3 adult males back there and be able to take them for a ride if you like. And well, you know, it's a little bit less room for our dogs and stuff too. So we're gonna keep the back. It actually comes up to right to about 32 pounds for the foam padding or the foam seats that are in there. So we're gonna keep that exactly the way that it is. I did just order 2 Kirkies, and we'll probably be installing them pretty soon. I think we'll have them in probably about a week or so, but that's exciting. That's gonna save somewhere in the neighborhood of, let's see, we had about 50 and 50, and then we're gonna be able to, we should save somewhere about 40 pounds off of weight in the front right there with the Kirkies. But we took a little bit of padding out of the back. So we do have a pile. We're gonna weigh this pile of junk that we took out of the car, and you know, we are gonna have to put a bar in there for the harness bar, and that's not something I wanna do, but it is out of necessity. We'll try and make it so that it's removable, but we'll have the 2 Kirkies, but we will still have our nice seat in the back for lounging and comfort and so on and so forth. I'll be able to take the Kirkies out and put the stock seats back in if I wanted to go on a road trip. Okay, so very much we're gonna try and keep this a street car as much as possible, so I can swap the seats if I want, save the weight, and I think it will be really, really sweet. This is exhausting. Sam is not shy at all to show his undercarriage. So Laz pretty much took on the whole exhaust project. I'm super stoked with the way that it turned out. I had a ZL1 exhaust that had been sitting at a buddy's shop for like a year and a half, and you can kind of see that with some of the junk and the grime and oxidation that's all in there. But we had some remnant parts. Laz pieced it all together. It worked out beautifully. I love the way that this looks. It's very much like that ZL1 rear bumper setup there. So we do have our full ZL1 exhaust. Everything's mounted up, got good clearance. It's really nice and tight. It's not going anywhere. 2.5 inches all the way out. A nice setup here. Had a lot of junk kind of just lying around so that we could adapt it to this system. Now the clearance of what we had to do, we also had to change the training lines, and they went over here, and we moved them down inside the motor mount. We had to do some major clearance right down in here with the oil cooler and with the steering shaft right there. But everything else looks really, really good, like it was designed to be in here, and it's got a fantastic sound. So. All right, so this is our belly pan right here. This is kind of a necessity. We've kind of noticed on the CTSVs and the ZL1s, if they don't have them, the cooling is not quite the same through the heat exchangers. And so for our heat exchanger that we're putting on here, this is going to be a necessity. Plus, it should help with our aero on the undercarriage. So that being said, we're trying to streamline everything here. We may or may not do some more things. There's really not much else to clean up, but we might have to address some things in the back as well, but this I'm really excited about. Very small weight penalty, but I feel it's totally worth it. In fact, I would take a small weight penalty for a better aero that is cleaner, less drag, and we're getting better heat exchanging with our intercooler up front. This right here is the diff that we took out of the car. But do you guys know what this is? This is an LS9 blower that we just happen to have sitting around. Might need a little bit of TLC, but we're gonna test this thing versus an LSA. So that is going to be something that I kind of had up my sleeve for a while. And furthermore, I really wanted to mention this. I never told you guys exactly what the cam was that we selected. Well, it's a Brian Tooley Stage 3 positive displacement cam. And I have had the best experiences with this. It is virtually an unbeatable camshaft when it comes to forced induction with a positive displacement blower. So with that cam in mind, and with the way that we ported the cylinder heads, this is gonna be perfect. This is exactly what we do on our CTSVs. Not with the LS9, but basically with an LSA that's ported, and somewhere about, say, 13 pounds of boost, we can get that big pig to go in the 9s. We're gonna need good weather, and a lot of things are gonna have to come together right, but that's the goal. Again, remember, 9-second car, $20,000. So let's also think about exactly the qualifications here. That might seem like a lot of money, but for every hour that I associate with me or one of my guys working on the car, that's $100. So just so we're keeping a tally on that, you can eat up, 40 hours pretty quickly. So that's about $4,000 in no time. So we're gonna try and make that happen, and we're getting very, very close, but things are coming together. We're gonna try and see what she runs. We really would like to take Sam to the track, but weather here is not cooperating. It's kind of raining just about every day, and the track has been rained out for like the last I think 7 tests and tunes right now. So we're going to try and get that to happen, to go to the track, but weather has to cooperate, and it's certainly not ideal. It's about 94 during the day, and the DA is about 3,000 to 3,500. We're going to see what we can do, but I'm excited to see about this LSA blower versus the LS9 blower. This thing is a 2300 cc supercharger. This LS9 is ported here, and this is a snout that we might have to modify, might have to cut that flange and move it over, but we got a lot of things we got to try and figure out before we get there, but it is coming together quite nicely.
Jeremy, that's a sick new aero mod you have there. Don't want to talk about it? All right.
Does it hold water?
Cut that out of the video. Cut it out.
Thanks for watching her.
Oh, it doesn't hold water.
Doesn't hold water. Dang. Wow.
Hit it in the right spot. I think
All right, guys. I'm going for a ride in the Caprice with Jeremy here. Oh, wait. This is an Impala. My bad.
it's a Holden Statesman.
Oh yeah, have fun with it.
Oh, it's so much better.
Dude, it sounds really good. Can you start it up again, please? Give that a start up one more time. Ready, guys? Ooh. Not bad.
So she's just officially like a
Like, you haven't even driven it with the head scan. Oh yeah, you did. You haven't driven it with the exhaust, right?
no. So we're gonna unconstipate it.
Wow, it feels like it's sitting on that converter. Dude, it sounds nasty. Did Holly get in here?
She was under one of her rabid tangents. Yeah, I haven't recalibrated it for the gear yet.
Oh.
But between the gear and the headers, I was really just wanting to see what
The headers sound awesome. Yeah, now it's
Holy
totally
exhaust.
not constipated. Dude, it lit the tires. Oh my gosh, man.
Yeah, they're a little dry rotted. I might say that there's something wrong with the tires.
They're a little dry rotted, but the fact that it lights them. I don't have it. Oh man. How's the transmission feel?
Well, it's all right. We just lost a little bit of fluid on it, so we're gonna have to replenish that when we drop the tranny lines for the headers.
Oh, okay.
So we gotta make sure that we get that back in there. Otherwise, that will mess up the shifting tune up a lot. So.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I love that it sounds like a Corvette, but it's literally a cop car.
Not bad for the weight.
No, man, it's awesome. It feels really good.
It feels like a Camaro right now.
Dude,
Just like
it
a
feels, sounds, everything like Camaro or Vette. Got those new brakes. How are the new brakes?
Oh, all right, I'm gonna mash on them here in a second. I'll just.
Thank you for the warning. Floor it. Oh my god. It's sketchy. Ooh, brake. No ABS.
No, I have a couple of faults. I don't know.
Yeah. You get a flat spot. They work. Oh, burnout.
That tire felt like it was like.
Oh, it's just the one tire. That's just your one inside.
Yeah, no smoke.
Good smoke.
Lots
No,
of
no,
smoke.
it's good smoke. Liam giving you the eye of disapproval.
Yeah.
I'm impressed. For just heads and cam, you did a great job. Like, it feels good.
Well, I mean, who knows what the fuel map is? I mean, we're just.
True that, too. I think it's gonna make good power. What do you think, 500?
No. If we make like 450,
Dude,
because again, it's low compression right now.
450 or 500 would be sick.
450 would be a nice number to do that.
Oh, yeah. Back it up, girl. This thing sounds awesome, man. It sounds and drives like a Camaro, but it's a Caprice. Freaking awesome.
Is that why you can't see anything out of it? It's just a Camaro.
Oh, hell yeah, brother. Well, dang. Almost on the dyno. Ready to do some pulls.
It's in neutral.
At least it's warmed up.
I was so glad to be able to take Cletus out for a ride in the Caprice. The thing feels like about 600 pounds lighter. I mean, we got the new gear ratio, the 327, which definitely helps the acceleration quite a bit. And we've got our full exhaust system. So kind of the whole noise sensation and the acceleration was definitely a lot better than it has been. Stay tuned. Our next video is going to be about the dyno of the Caprice. We'll see what kind of power it makes. We're trying to get her to the track, but the weather is just not cooperating. Hopefully we can do that very, very shortly. We've got a bunch of updates here coming with the Porcopotamus. So we're going to kind of redo the cold air intake. We're going to put our expansion tank in there. Hopefully we can put a smaller pulley on there. And we have our Nick Williams 103mm throttle body. And this is not even a throttle body. This is a metallic work of art here, okay? This thing is freaking beautiful. So we're gonna, I can't wait to put this thing on there and see, because I know we have some limitations on the induction, and we're trying to address that, but that is coming up very, very shortly. Please check out our merchandise, and thank you so much for supporting us. We'll have a link below. We've got a whole bunch of future merchandise things coming at you very, very soon. I can't wait to share those with you guys. God bless you. Thanks for watching.
Oh, someone's getting mad.
Oh, too far.
Holly, come on. Oh, don't take that from them.
Come on. Oh my gosh, it's total chaos. Nothing like 600 pounds worth of golden retrievers. All hanging and frolicking around.
I'll use your back. Holly, come on, get him.
Her technique is a little weird.
It's like she'd listen to you too.
Oh, look at that. What a move, Holly. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. She'll fight herself.
She is. She's fighting herself.
Holly, come on.
Get Cooper. Oh,
Rochambeau.